Right, so today I'm doing a video on a product Carlock have sent me. They've sent me the product because they have sponsored my car on Instagram, but they haven't sponsored this video. So I'm going to do an impartial sort of review of the product, the sort of positives and negatives about the product, and sort of what it actually does. So this is how it comes out of the post. It comes in this nice little slidey pocket. It has all the information on the back, sort of a rough quick guide on what it does. And then once you've got it, you open it up and there's the reader, the actual product itself. It just plugs into your OBD reader at the bottom. Mine's just down here. Yeah, so that's the product there. So it also comes with a 30-day free trial. Because as far as I'm aware, you order the product online. So I think it's £60 from Amazon. And then you get a free monthly trial activation code initially, and then from then on you have to pay a monthly subscription to have access to all of the options it has on the product and on the app itself. But I don't know off the top of my head what the price is for that is, but if I can find out, I'll include it on the screen now. But yeah, so that's the product. That plugs into your OBD reader. That's your activation code. You then have an installation guide, which basically just means plug it in, find your OBD reader, Google it. It'll be on, you can find a how-to guide on the internet, and then you just plug it in, simple enough, into your OBD reader. So good points about the Carlock product. One, it has a vibration detector, so anyone who hits your car, or if someone tries to break into your car, slams the door, shuts the door, or just sort of kicks it for any reason, or tries to damage your car, the Carlock app will send you a notification to say vibration detected, and then you can obviously look outside or have a look at the car to make sure it's fine, or maybe it had a false reading. But that is a positive, that anyone who potentially damages your car, you'll be able to see them or catch them quickly, and you won't sort of miss out on any damage made to your car. Yeah, so the vibration detector is good. It has obviously a tracker in the actual GPS side of it because it's plugged into your OBD and it works with your Apple or Google Maps. Because of that, it will show you your average speed, if you're following the speed limits, those sort of things. Which will be good if you're a new driver and making sure you're sort of sticking to your black box if you had one, or if you're worried about a teenager, like, if you had a son or daughter who's just passed their test and you want to sort of keep an eye on them, or if they just want to keep an eye on how they're driving. It also has a virtual mechanic, which isn't like the sort of Carly products you get where you plug it in and you can mess around with having the indicators on and stuff like that, or the daytime running lights. But it's more to do with being able to monitor your battery to make sure it's got a consistent voltage and that sort of thing. Yeah, so it'll also alert you if you've left the lights on. So if it has a high battery drain, it will alert you to let you know that you've left your lights on. I mean, it won't literally say you've left your lights on, but it will give you an alert to show you that you're having a high voltage drain, and that would be referring to the fact that you've left your lights on, you've left the hazards on, or you've left the door open so the inside lights are on. So stuff like that, it just gives you little alerts to let you know, oh, by the way, this is happening to your car. It keeps a nice little track of everything happening. So a couple of negatives. Obviously it's £60, which I think, depending on who you are, you either say that's overpriced or underpriced for what you get. I think the sort of issues that you might have with pricing is I don't know the monthly cost. So that's something you need to be aware of, in the fact that you buy the product for £60 and then you also, after the activation fee, you also have to pay a monthly fee to be able to access all the functions that it gives you on the app. Obviously the monitoring side of it, that's sort of absolutely fine. It tracks your car, it uses your GPS. Unless you didn't want to track yourself or to have your car tracked or have that sort of information, maybe, that would cause, you can take it off. You might be able to turn off a setting. But I think that is really useful, knowing where your car is at all times and being able to track that is really good. So once you've got the product, what you want to do, go on the App Store and download the Carlock app. It's free to use and it's just a case of downloading it and installing it. And then it has a brief sort of description on what it does, but I'll show you that in the app in a second. Yeah, so you can pick different colours on the app. It shows you your average speed, that sort of thing, but I'll show you all that in a second. But yeah, so it's just a case of downloading the free app. First things you notice once you've opened the app, activated your code and put in your email address is it will show you where your car is, or it might ask you to do a brief journey to sort of gauge the GPS. But once you've done that, it'll show where you started, where you've been and your car on the screen. It'll have a lock unlock function, which means if it's locked, any vibrations, any sort of anything that happens to your car, The Carlock app will send you an alert, which I will show in examples of later. But yeah, so at the moment, because I'm sat in the car, I'm leaving it unlocked so I don't accidentally set off any sensors. You also have this speed dial here, which will show you how many miles you've done in your journey, the time it took for you to do the journey, to complete the journey, how many trips you've done, your average speed, your top speed, your driver score, there we go, your battery, what your average battery's voltage is and if it's good or bad. Also, at the bottom of the app, it has your dashboard, your log, which basically is any vibrations it detects, or if you go on a journey, or if you disconnect the device, it will keep a nice log there. The smart log, which is part of something else, which is the Carlock tab, which I don't have, tag, sorry. You have your settings, which is the color. You can choose what type of car you have, what if it's in kilometers or miles, and then everything else, you know, vibration, signal loss, those sort of things can all be edited. And then you have profile, which has your email address, your profile photo, and a couple bits more of information. That's all private information anyway. So what I sort of need to explain is this product is more of a safety feature more than like an add-on or an extras. It's something that you buy to keep your car safe, or so you have a bit of peace in mind that your car's outside, you know no one's messing with it. It's that sort of a product. It's more for safety and peace of mind that your car's protected, or slightly more protected than it would be anyway. So that's everything for the Carlock app and the product. If you want to see any more information, I'll leave their website down below and the link to the Amazon, being able to buy it off Amazon, down below as well. If you want to see any more sort of videos on my car or any cars on the channel, feel free to check out any of my other YouTube videos. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.